Okay, hi friends. So it has been a minute since I've posted anything, and so what I'm going to do this week is record myself here, there's Batman, recording the podcast. I have a podcast called the Empowerment Circle Podcast. Here's Batman. We're going to record a podcast, and we're going to record it on video too, and it's just going to be about a little life update, because I got COVID unofficially and was sick, and things have happened, and I'm just gonna do it all in one go here and here. So for YouTube, for podcast, the podcast is available on iTunes, Google, and Spotify. I had a complete brain fart. So hi Batman. To do the podcast, I record in Audacity. I do the editing myself, the distribution, and yeah, so let's check the acoustics of this thing. Hello. Make sure everything is running. Nope, I don't have our output. Okay, so I do a little check to make sure it's all working, and now I have my camera blocking part of this screen so that I can record. This is the whole thing. Okay, let's regroup. So I'm going to record the podcast and record the YouTube at the same time. I've already said this. Here we go. Okay. Hi friends, it has been a hot minute since I have been here, and I have recorded a podcast for you, and I guess it's just been a week, but it feels like a lot longer. I ended up getting really sick, and so I just wanted to do kind of a life update episode. I'm also recording this for my YouTube channel, so if you wanted to watch this podcast episode, you can do so on my YouTube. It's at Jessica Rose Cornish. Anyway, let's get to it. So, a week ago from Saturday, I'm recording this on Monday the 4th of July, I got really sick, and it had started as just a cold, and I thought that that's all it was gonna be. I had a sore throat, that quickly progressed into something much worse. Excuse me. And, I ended up being up all night. Friday night, I just couldn't sleep. I couldn't catch my breath. I couldn't breathe. I was short on breath. I couldn't talk. It was very scary. I had 100-degree fever. I almost ended up having Scott take me to the emergency room at like 3 in the morning because I was so scared. I'd never been in that state of trying to get my breath and not being able to get it. Excuse me, I'm still coughing. And so, anyway, I did a teletherapy appointment because it was a Saturday, of course. First thing in the morning, as early as I could, and the girl was like, I can tell just by seeing you that your symptoms are serious. You need to go to the emergency room because you can't even talk without taking a deep breath. So, we headed to the emergency room. We got there at like 8:40-ish, to the town closest to ours. And I was there until about 6 o'clock that night. It was horrible. I hate the emergency room. I'm sure everyone who has had to spend time in the emergency room hates it. But just the walk from the car into the hospital, which was not very long, I was completely out of breath. And we're not talking like out of shape, out of breath. It wasn't even that far of a distance. I mean, I could not talk. And I couldn't even tell them what I was there for. I just got out like, I think I have COVID. And so I had to be separated. Scott couldn't come back with me until I had a negative COVID test, but he actually had to go to work. And so I had to wait in like an isolation waiting room. But I did get a private room in the emergency room, which was very nice. I had my own bathroom, like a door that shut, not just a curtain. It was wonderful. That's the only positive. Excuse me. So I was there. They did an EKG. They did a CT scan, my first CT scan I've ever had. They did a chest x-ray. They did 3 different breathing treatments. I was on oxygen for the majority of the day. I got a steroid. I mean, so many things. I got poked and prodded. I'm still bruised. Oh, you know what? I won't show you. I bruised very, very badly, but my IV bruise, you can kind of see it on the YouTube. It's still purple and huge. Bruises on this arm from being poked. Anyway, I got poked a lot. They drew a lot of blood, did a lot of things. I wasn't allowed to eat or drink all day because they had to keep running tests. It was awful. So basically they wanted to admit me, but they knew I didn't want to stay. And my COVID test had come back negative, and so the doctor thought that it was COVID, but since it was a negative test, he ended up releasing me as acute bronchitis and bronchospasm. But my breathing was so bad when I got there that like everyone who came in the room to see me, the first thing they'd say is like, I can hear you breathing across the room. And I'm like, yeah, it's loud. And so it was bad. It did get better as the day went on, but really all I wanted was to be home and to have medicine and to be able to drink. I was so thirsty. And so I ended up leaving with an inhaler, a nebulator, I keep saying it wrong, I don't know what it, you know, a breathing thing, a steroid, and, well, two steroids and an antibiotic. And then ended up going to a follow-up appointment with my general practitioner to get a refill on those because I only had them through like the first half of that next week. So as of today, I'm actually still on both my breathing treatments. I took my last steroid, and then I'm on a cough medicine that clearly is doing so much because I'm coughing a ton. But otherwise, my wheezing has been gone for days, and I'm still doing the breathing treatments, and that keeps that at bay, I think. But it was so scary to have a feeling of not being able to control your breath and not being able to get that breath, or like labored breathing and chest pressure and like, you know, everything they talk about with COVID. It was very scary, and I'm double vaccinated, I'm boosted, so that gave me some comfort, because if I had gone into this peak COVID before a vaccine came out, or I hadn't been vaccinated, it could have gone so much worse. Like I could have been fighting for a ventilator. And so thank God for science and for vaccines and scientists and all the things, because this could have gone so much worse for me. And so it's been just over a week today, like a week and a couple days. And as you can see or hear, I'm still coughing, still a little nasally, but I can breathe and I can do things and I can walk around and have conversations and, you know, live life aside from coughing up a lung every now and then. And so it's very, it feels better now. Still scary, still in a state of recovery. But I took a COVID test today and it was negative. So I haven't had a positive test this whole time. So it's like, it's so hard to know, because it doesn't seem like it was fully bronchitis to kind of have that effect, but who knows? I mean, we'll never know. So that was my little health scare. So I kind of took this last week and didn't really do a whole lot. I did a lot of sleeping. Scott ended up taking a day and a half or 2 days off work because I literally couldn't even like feed the dogs, or that would be too much exertion. So that was really wonderful and really nice that he was able to do that for me and help take care of me. So I am looking forward to getting back into things. I started up sessions last week. I was able to do that with coaching, and so that was really good. But I also wanted to give a kind of a positive life update in the wake of spending so much time in bed over the period of being sick. I finished my Moonologer certification much quicker than I expected to be able to finish it. It was a lot of information. And so I've updated my service menu on my website. It's jessicarosecornish.com. So now you can book coaching, and you can book it in 1 session, 4 sessions, or 12 sessions. So like 1 hour a month, which would be 4 sessions, or 3 months, 12 sessions. And then the 4 sessions and the 12 sessions, you save money by booking in bulk. Then you can book the card readings, which I've always had, the one-on-one private oracle card readings. And then I also have an option for one-on-one oracle readings with coaching, where we just kind of take the time to dive into your cards a little more, talk a little more in depth about what they're saying, talk more about what's going on in your life. Because some people will book card readings and give me very little information, and that's fine. They don't want to share a lot. They'll just say, yes, that resonates, or oh my goodness, but not want to talk about it, and that's totally fine. That's what those sessions are for. But if you do want to talk about it, you do want to dive in a little more and get some advice, or just share where you're at, I do have a card reading with coaching option, and those have always been there. And then the new service with my Moonologer certification has a moon chart reading, so that is $100, and that'll last 30 minutes to an hour maybe, and it's very highly personalized to you. We're going to talk about your birth chart. We're going to talk about the astrological houses, what sign you have in each house. We're going to talk about the new and full moons for the next year. And then I'm also going to tell you archangels and goddesses you can call on to work with each sign. So it's a lot of information. You'll get everything emailed to you. You'll have a copy. But it will give you everything you need to work with the moon on your own for the next year. If working on with the moon for the next year on your own sounds like a lot, because it can be a lot, it's a lot of information, you can do it though. If that sounds like a lot, or you want some guidance, you want a partner, you want help in that area, I am offering a 1-year coaching and moonwork bundle. So this is my highest offering. It's very personalized and specific, and we will work on we will have sessions twice a month, one for the new moon, one for the full moon, so 24 for the year. You're gonna get everything that comes with a moon chart reading, the 2 sessions a month, and then we're also going to talk about the daily moon and how you can use that to even further your practice. So our new moon session each month will be about manifesting, setting your goals, setting intentions, and then our full moon session will be about releasing, clearing blocks, letting things go. People are setting fireworks off outside. I don't know if you can hear that. You probably can. It's light out, but they're still doing it. Anyway, so the year coaching and moonwork is $1,000, but it's a high ticket, high value product, and I'm very excited to be offering it, and I'm very excited to do the work and to be there and guide you through the year. And the idea is each new moon happens in a different sign, a different house on your chart. So by the end of the year, you will have manifested something in every area of your life, because the 12 houses are divided to cover every area of your life. So it really is a great tool and a practice that you can start and dive into and continue exploring, and you can make it your own in so many different ways. And you also can do it on your own. You can do it with me, you can do it after just a chart reading. There's a lot of options basically. So now I am a certified Moonologer and a certified EFT TFT practitioner. So I think I've talked about that maybe on the podcast, maybe on YouTube, but I guess since we're doing both, now I know it's both places. So for coaching, I use EFT and TFT, EFT energy tapping to help you release and clear blocks to live your best life as your best self. And yeah, so that is just where we're at. I got sick, I'm better, I'm on the mend, and got some work done in the process. And so we've got some new offerings, some new things, and I'm very excited to be sharing them with you. I'm excited to be back doing content, and yeah, I hope everybody has a really good week. I hope you had a very safe 4th, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Okay, so now is the time when this is just for YouTube, a little behind the scenes, go through and I replay the podcast for myself, and I edit it, like cut out all the coughs, cut out all the ums, and then I will go through and pull this video up, and I'll put it on my computer and edit the video, because at the beginning there was a lot of dead time while I was trying to get my camera to cooperate. So thank you for watching, thank you for being here. If you haven't, please feel free to subscribe to my channel and give it a like. And if you want to subscribe to the podcast, you can do that. I do not normally record them in video format, so that would be a fun thing to have. And if you want to work together, I'll link my website below. I don't know, I'm telling you so many things right now. So I hope you guys as well had a very good holiday. I am going to try my best to be back on here recording and doing vlogs and sharing my life in this way, because I really enjoy it. So have a good one, guys.